Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob. Hey, I wanted to do something here. I just got back from Walmart and needed a few things for the refrigerator, and the self-checkouts are getting worse. I have no desire to use a self-checkout for the simple reason every self-checkout you use, somebody out there is out of a job and have no way to support their families. And I wanted to do this video to plead with all my subscribers to join up with the Bison Workshop to try to figure out a way to either put a stop to it or at least make them make it so that it's mandatory that they have to have at least one manned, or even two. You know, I can understand after midnight there's not a whole lot of people there, but that it should be mandatory that they have at least one manned checkout open at all times, 24/7. Don't do this for me. Don't do this for Bison Workshop. Do this for the person who's worrying about how they're going to feed their children. Do this for the person who doesn't have a roof over their head or the luxuries in life like you and I have. And you know, do this for the little kid who goes hungry because their parents can't get a job because self-checkout has put them out of a job. I don't want to see this country run by a computer. I know that there's a whole lot of people out there that would like to see the same thing. It's gotten crazy. You know, it's not just Walmart. It's Lowe's. It's Home Depot. It's all the big stores who's trying to make as much money as they possibly can without paying anybody to do their job for them. They want their store to be self-maintained. If that happens in every store, this country would fold. Literally, fold in on itself. It's already bad enough. They don't need to make it worse by having a computer run their store for them. I walked in there, I went around, I got the little bit of things that I needed, and it was like 16 bucks worth of stuff. And I got up to the checkout, and I walked the whole line, and not one of them was open. I will not and will never use a self-checkout for the simple reason, when you do, somebody's going hungry. Somebody out there doesn't have a job because a computer took their job from them. We as a people, a responsible people, have an obligation in God's eyes to do what we can to protect and to help the little man. You know, if we don't step up, who is? So I've made a decision. On my way home, I made the decision that I'm not gonna shop at Walmart anymore. That was my last trip to Walmart. There's nothing in that store that I can't get somewhere else that has a actual person using or running the checkout. You know, you got your pet stores, you got your automotive stores, you got your, yes, it's a little more work to have to go to all these different stores to get the things that you need, but for no more often than you need them, it's not that big a deal. You got Food Line. Yes, Food Line's got self-checkouts too, but they always have at least one register open, or at least that's been my experience. I haven't seen them yet have no checkouts open and only the self-checkouts. So they're not under the radar yet for me. So I'm going to try to get with some other channels and see if we can't get something going. I've already talked to a buddy of mine to see if we can't start some kind of a online protest to, like I said, either do away with the self-checkouts or at least make them have one open at all times. I would venture to say that the more realistic goal would be to make them have at least one checkout open so that they can accommodate the people who don't care about the other people who don't have jobs, and take care of the people who do care about the people who have a job. You know, myself, when I walk into a store, I enjoy the little conversation that I have with the cashier, you know, about just weather or something that might be going on or whatever. You know, that's called I don't know what it's called. It's just a joy to have a conversation with somebody. And, you know, I did use a self-checkout years and years ago until I woke up and realized what those self-checkouts was doing. And that was the most aggravating thing I ever tried to do. You know, it wants you to scan things 2 or 3 times. If you put something in your bag, it doesn't do it right. Then you have to call somebody over to help you. So, I mean, if you got to call somebody over to help you because the machine's not acting right, what's the point in the self-checkout? You got to call them over anyway, so why not just put them at a register? You know, these people were walking around the store like they just didn't care. They didn't want to do nothing. One girl was sweeping the floor and she acted like it killed her just to even call somebody over to help me out. She acted clueless, you know. So I'm going to try to start, I don't know if it'd be a Facebook group or some kind of an online protest against all these companies that do that. Walmart being the main one. They're the worst. So I would appreciate it if you guys would please help me out with this and share this video. Share it every place you possibly can. Help me get the word out so that we can get a lot of people to maybe sign a petition online or something against these companies that are doing this. I'm not sure how to go about it and what the channels is going to be. I don't know if I need to call the congressman. I don't know. So until I can figure that out, at least you guys can ponder on this for a little bit and kind of help me figure out how the best route would be to go do this. I just basically want to protest these companies so that they open their eyes to what they're doing to their neighborhood. You know, poverty is not any good. There's nothing about poverty that's satisfying or proud or or anything. There's nothing remotely good about being in poverty. And the reason people are in poverty is that very thing. It's not the only reason. You know, you got your lazy ones out there. I'm not pleading for those. I'm pleading for the ones who actually do want to work and do want to go out there and earn money to protect and feed their families. You know, in today's world, having children is an act of ludicrousy. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't dare bring a child in this world today. In fact, I've even apologized to my son for bringing him into a world that is the way it is today. You know, I love my son to death, and I would kill for food for my son. That's how much I love my son. Thank God I ain't never had to, but if it came down to it, my son's life and food to save his life, somebody's going down. Plain and simple. Putting food in my family's mouth is the most important thing that I'll ever do in life. So please, guys, help me out. Comment on this. The more comments I get on this video about that and your feelings on this, I can use that to direct people to this video and let the people that I'm talking to read some of you all's comments. So please, don't ignore the comment section. Don't ignore the like. Don't ignore the share button. Let's get this out. Let's get this out and help the little man who can't feed their families because somebody's too greedy and don't want to pay somebody to do their job. So, you know, that woman told me, she said, well, I said, I don't use self-checkouts, and I told her why. She said, well, that's where it's going. And she acted real nasty about it, too. It was like I was bothering her that I had her come and open a self-check or a checkout to check me out. So, you know, her attitude, she had an attitude like a soap dish. So, anyway, somebody even asked me to do a rant video. Here it is. So, please, guys, help me out with this. This would probably be the single most important thing I ever ask you to do. Reach down there, hit that share button, share it on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you possibly can, and get this out so that we can get something started to change the world one piece at a time. No one can do it but us. The willing people is the only people that's going to make a change in this country and make it a better place to live. I'm also thinking serious about sending our good man Donald Trump a letter, and I'm going to direct him to this video. So your comments will be heard. I will make sure that your comments are heard and what you feel about it and how you think it should be handled. So I'm going to get to eating here and get off of here and let you guys ponder on this. And I hope you guys are having a good night. And if you want to help the shop out, we got videos I'm thinking about bringing up. Like I said, the mill, the tractor, I got to change the motor on it, and we're changing it from a Kohler to a Briggs, so it's going to be a few changes, I'm sure. So you can do that by PayPal at bisonworkshop@gmail.com. Everything that goes into that PayPal account goes towards the electric bill to run the shop, the tooling, whatever, materials, stuff like that. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later. I'm gonna eat my hot dog. Yum, yum.